The Smiley J Artist Zone, a platform for and about independent artists. Music, interviews, and much, much more. Now, give it up. Your host, Smiley J.
Welcome to the Smiley J Artist Zone, a music platform dedicated to independent artists who are creating music that help us enjoy our everyday lives. Yes, after all, listening to music has its benefits, for our overall health. Yes, indeed. I am your host, Smiley J, and I want to welcome everyone. Welcome, wherever you're listening from in the world. Welcome. I am so glad that you are here hanging out with me at this very hour today. Yes. And, just remember, you guys out there, for all of my newbies, welcome to the show. And I do hope that you will come back and bring a friend, okay? Now, you can catch the Smiley J Artist Zone show on your favorite music streaming platform. Just click under the podcast section and type in the Smiley J Artist Zone. And most importantly, don't forget to hit that follow button. Hanging out with me today in the Artist Zone is Guitarist Doc Flowers. But before I bring him on, you guys know what time it is.
You want to know? Smile notes. You want to know? Smile notes. You want to know? Smile notes. It's Smile notes.
The weather is changing, and can't you tell by my voice I'm all stuffy? Now, the weather is changing, and some COVID restrictions are being lifted, which means more music concerts are coming our way. Yay! I love live music. There is nothing like live music. Now, I hate to tell you, but some of you guys out there are going to have to relearn how to go to concerts again. No, seriously, I'm serious. Now, this pandemic has had a worldwide, wide-reaching effect on the music industry. Now, concerts are finally coming back, both indoors and outdoors, and I'm excited. But, we got to talk about some things. Now, remember there's going to be some safety rules in place at music venues, but the rules will differ in each country. But there are a handful of universal safety protocols that I want to discuss today. Some things that you should expect. One of the things you should expect is higher price tickets. Yes, I know it's a bummer. Unfortunately, you're going to have to pay a higher price to hear your favorite artists. But just remember that, these artists haven't been working, they haven't been touring, so tickets are going to be, slightly higher. Also, be prepared to show proof of a negative COVID testing or have your vaccination card accessible, and that means accessible, okay, in your hand and ready to show the venue staff. Don't be digging down in your wallet and your big, deep pocketed purse. Be ready, don't hold up the line. And also, as you know, masks may still be required, so be prepared to mask up. Now, just remember, the past few years has been very difficult, financially difficult for nearly every kind of business. But as we celebrate live music in person, let's remember to be respectful to everyone, the venue staff, and of course, other concert goers and the artists, yes. But most importantly, I need you guys to have fun, and lots of it. Now, let's get back to today's guest. Let me tell you a little bit about today's guest before he steps into the zone. Today's guest, Doc Flowers, is a master guitarist. He knows the mechanics and musical possibilities of the guitar. He has performed all genres, and he brings his magic regardless of which genre he's performing. He uses his gift of music to inspire others. I need you guys to help me welcome my friend, guitarist Doc Flowers. Hey, welcome to the Artist Zone. The Doc is in the house. How are you, sir?
I'm doing pretty good, Smile. I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I finally got you here. Yes.
Finally.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Congratulations, Doc, on your new music.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Long time coming.
It's been a long time. It's been a long time since my debut release. Breaking out in 2005. So it's been quite a long time since, my last project.
So you know what? What an appropriate title.
Yes, I thought it would be. I was thinking about titles during this process, and I said, well, it only makes sense to just call it Long Time Coming, because it's really truly been a long time since 2005. So it just makes sense to entitle this new EP project Long Time Coming.
So I wanted to say to you, thank you. I had a pleasure of being at your CD release party and previewing all that good music from A Long Time Coming.
Yeah, I want to thank you for coming out and taking the time.
So you know what? Let me just get a few things on out of the way right up front, because you and I have a few things in common. So we both are native Washingtonians.
Yes, that's true.
Southeast Washington.
That's also true.
And we both are graduates from Blue High School.
Yes, I'm a graduate from Blue High School, class of 1970 something.
So listen. Shout out to all my fellow Blue Knights, because I know they're probably listening. So shout out. A lot of good things come out of Blue.
Yes, they did. Yes,
a lot of good,
indeed.
a lot of successful stories. And I'm glad to feature you, a fellow Blue Knight.
Yes, I'm happy to be featured.
Yes. So, Doc, I gotta tell you that I'm still listening to Breaking Out, which is another great project,
Yeah.
I mean, your music is like, it's timeless,
Well, thank you.
You can listen to the music like 10 years from now and it still sounds great. And, my two favorite songs, I got to tell you, from Breaking Out, and then I'm going to tell you my two favorite songs from Long Time Coming.
Okay.
Latin Delight.
Yep, one of my favorites.
Oh, my gosh, I love that. And, of course, I like the Sharon song. Did you
a song I originally written for my wife Sharon.
Yes,
yeah,
and
Sharon,
beautiful.
and I entitled it Sharon's Song.
What a nice dedication, and hopefully she enjoyed the song because it's beautiful.
Yes, yep, she did. Yeah, and she still does. Yeah.
Good. So let's talk about the making of Long Time Coming, because you had a good little stretch in between Breaking Out and Long Time Coming. So did you have like a specific concept for this project?
Specific concept? No, not really. It's just, I really didn't want my next project to be so many years after my debut release, but life has a way of coming at us at times where we least expect it, and next we're dealing with all sorts of other issues and situations, and it prevents us from sometimes staying on track with a goal that we may have in mind. So.
But you know what? It's all good because it's here now, and we love it.
Yeah. So I was so happy. I had this conversation with Greg Hunter, my co-producer on this project. I was telling Greg, I'm so happy just to finally cross the finish line, because we were, at one point, it seemed like this project wasn't even going to cross the finish line because his schedule, my schedule, and you know how it is trying to do a project. And this is really a collaboration of getting all the right people in the right place at the right time just to get the project done. So we had some scheduling issues, but we was able to finally get back on track and finally get the final mix done. And then we was able to send it off to mastering. And so I'm happy about, the results of it.
Yeah, and it's nice. And let me just shout out your producer, Greg Hunter, who was also at your CD release party. Shout out to you, Greg. Good job. Good job, sir.
Yes, sir. Incredible writer, incredible musicians. He did I felt like a phenomenal job with my string arrangements, horn arrangements, and percussion arrangements and things like that. So yeah, Greg Hunter he's my right hand man when it comes to record production and recording and editing and mixing.
Yes, and overall nice guy.
Yeah, really, really beautiful person.
Yes. So let me tell you my favorite songs. I mean, I like all of your songs. I mean, you don't have a bad song. I like all of your songs. You can just put your music on and just let it
play.
Roll.
I get that
just
a lot from a lot of my fans. They say they just put it in the car and let it play.
Yeah, it's that kind. The guitar is. I'm all over the place today, but my favorite instruments is the sax and percussions. But I got to tell you. Here lately, the more I listen to, guitar songs, because I listen to a lot of playlists that are good guitars. YouTube have a lot of nice, really cool guitar playlists. And I'm just really digging the guitar. It's pretty, have different sounds and
the guitar has a very unique voice. It it can do, it can say a lot of things from one, string, one platform. It just has this uniqueness. It can resonate with you in so many different ways, whether it be through arpeggios, whether it be through chord progressions or chords themselves.
So I got to ask you this. Now, I know you have quite a few guitars. So do you name each of your guitars?
That's a very good question. Do I name each of my guitars? Each one has, I don't know if I can say I have a name for each one, but what I can say, each one has a unique personality, and depending on what body of work I need to do with it, I would utilize that particular instrument.
Okay.
For example, if I'm playing jazz, I will use my D'Angelica, Premier. If I'm doing gospel or R&B or neo soul, I'm gonna use my Fender Strat, or I might use the Fender Telecaster. If I'm doing something more popish or something like that, I might use the PRS Custom 24. So each instrument has its own unique, voice and quality and, tonality to it. Mm-hmm. And okay. I use them according to the body of work that I have to play, that I may have to play.
Makes a lot of sense. So, Doc, let me tell you my favorite song. Long time coming.
The title track, yeah.
Yes. And A Little Taste of Spain.
Oh, you like the Little Taste of Spain.
I like A Little Taste of Spain. Yes, I do. I like them all, but those two just kind of, resonate with me. So, yes.
Yeah, The Little Taste of Spain it's an idea or a concept based on my experiences in love for Spanish guitar style or Spanish music. And that's how I came up with A Little Taste of Spain, because there's something about the Latin style, guitar style or music that just draws me in. And once I fell in love with it, I just never left it. So I had to have that sound on my project. I had to have something that was relative to the Latin sound on my project. So that's how A Little Taste of Spain came about.
And that's probably why I like it, because I like a lot of Latin jazz, and I like a lot of Latin songs that guitar led. It sounds really good. It's just something about that sound. It's pretty.
Yes. And another thing about why I'm so intrigued and in love with Latin style guitars, because I find that particular style of music to be extremely passionate, and that's what resonates with me and my spirit and my soul. And I try to incorporate that passion into every song and every note that I play.
Yes, and we certainly can hear it. And that's the reason why you can just let, your music play. Each one is different, but, whenever I hear that Latin sound, it just my ears just kind of.
And I'm actually playing a Yamaha nylon string classical guitar as my lead guitar on that particular track.
Okay. All right.
Which gives you that Earl Klugh. That sort of Earl Klugh, Peter White sound.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so speaking of them, now, who are some of growing up? Who are some of the artists that you like? Who are some guitarists that you like?
Oh my gracious, it's
I know it's a lot, but just start a few names. You already did, but
Earl Klugh, he just kind of grabbed me. He grabbed my ear the first time I heard him, because it's just the way he played, and I think I fell in love with his simplistic approach to the melody, the melody line. And so it was Earl Klugh, and then I started listening to Carlos Santana, and that's why I fell in love with that Latin, that Latin flavor, that Latin sound. And then it was, oh my God. I listen to most guitarists listen to people like, George Benson and Wes. Paul Jackson Jr. was another one of my favorite guitarists back then. That was way back in the mid to late 70s when I started listening to these cats.
Okay.
And and then the list grew from there, like Chuck Loeb, Norman Brown.
All great.
It was just Peter White. It's just so many. So many great guitarists out there. But yeah.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, but every guitarist, before they evolve into a professional guitarist, we all had to start somewhere. We all had a beginning. So those
That's
guys
right.
were very influential in my beginning at, in Doc Flowers' beginning as a guitar, a young budding up and coming guitarist. Because the way that they approach the music, their sound, their tone, and the way they phrase, the way they express themselves, gave me a lot of ideas what I wanted to say when it was my opportunity to speak as a guitarist.
Well, you know what? I want to say this to you. You know, Doc Flowers' name is going to be added to somebody's list. So when they ask them who their favorite guitarist is, I just got a feeling that your name is going to come up on somebody's list.
I'm starting to hear things like that.
Yes.
Not patting myself on the shoulder or anything, but yeah, I'm starting to hear people say that. I'm starting to hear my name more as a sort of a household name, so to speak. So I count that as a blessing. For someone to even think of me in that regard.
Yes. Now you know what? Let's talk about. I want to tell the folks about Doc Flowers Facebook Live, because you sometimes you come on Facebook and you just play and it's beautiful. And I absolutely love it. And I usually go back and listen. I usually don't catch you when you're live. I have a few times. But I like to go back and listen at night when I'm reading or just, kind of winding down. So can you tell us what prompted you to start your live Facebook performances?
That's a very good question. I think you're the first person that actually asked me that. Let me see if what prompted me to start doing that. I think my Facebook Live videos kind of started out of just experimentation, just trying to, just doing it and trying to see, what happens or what kind of reaction I would get. And I think the first one or two times, I got some positive, responses. And I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe I'll keep doing this. And I just started doing it out of habit. Next thing I know, I think I'm like 200 plus videos in by now.
Yes. And I had to mention that because I personally want to thank you for just bringing joy to others through your gift of music, because a lot of people, we all been faced with this global pandemic and having to shift and
making all sort of adjustments, mental, psychologically, financially, however. But yeah, we all have been impacted and subject to this whole global pandemic situation and COVID-19 and the whole nine.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the reason why I continue to do my Facebook Live videos, because I want to use my platform to bring a sense of just joy and peace and positivity to a very negative, situation, because we have to have something, or there has to be something to sort of normalize or equalize all this negative stuff. And if you don't have positive to equalize the negative, then all you're gonna have left is negative, and that's going to create this environment or this sense of being, depression. And a lot of people just be depressed because they don't have something or someone to turn to turn to something very positive. So I keep doing, I want to keep sharing my music to say, look, maybe this can't fix all your problems, but maybe this can help you get through this moment that you're dealing with. And if I can make a difference in your life to uplift your spirit, then I feel like it's worth, doing the videos or doing live and live videos and things like that to help maybe change your mindset about where you are in the moment.
And for that, sir, I salute you, because I certainly appreciate it. And it's so pretty, And listen, especially for me, when I listen to it when it's kind of late and the house is still and quiet, you can just hear everything. I'm like, this is so pretty.
Yeah, I pour my heart and soul into every note I play. I'm literally smiling. I'm really putting my whole heart and soul into every single note, every chord, every progression, every movement.
Well, you know what? We feel it and we see it. I mean, I even look at your facial expression. I'm like, okay, he's in the zone right now.
I'm in the zone. Exactly. I'm in the zone.
So, yeah. So just continue with that, because it's beautiful. Now you'll have more folks listening, hopefully after the show, tuning in and listening to some of those beautiful tunes that you're blessing the folks with.
Yes. I'm so happy and glad, and I'm appreciative that all those that have come to love my music and to listen to my music and to support it and to go online to purchase it at places like Amazon, Spotify, and Apple Music and iTunes and CD Baby. I'm so thankful and grateful for the support. I truly appreciate all my fans and all my fans and all those that have taken the time to support me.
Well, you know
so I
what?
just want to say that for the record.
Well, thank you. And you know what? And you just let's segue right into all the places you can purchase his new music, Long Time Coming. It's on all digital platforms.
All digital platforms worldwide.
Yeah.
And I'm also in regular rotation on Wayne Kennedy's Smooth Jazz radio station over in England. I'm in regular rotation over there.
Nice. Glad to hear that. And in other places too, yes. I'm sure you just don't know about it because this is good, timeless music.
Yes.
So Doc, before you go, I have one question I want to ask you because I do have a lot of independent artists, that listen to the show. So as an artist, what one piece of advice would you like to share with the up and coming musician?
One piece of advice?
Yeah.
I would say with the up and coming musician to stay true to your craft, stay true to your convictions and your goals and your dreams, and be committed to the process, and also be patient, allow the process to unfold and to develop, but never give up on your dream, because you will be amazed at where your dream can take you as long as you stay committed to the process. That's what I would say to an up and coming musician.
All right. I hope you guys out there listening, guys and gals, receive that. That's very good advice. Now, Doc, as usual, it is always a pleasure chatting with you. You're such a positive brother. And you know what? I want to thank you for hanging out with me in the Artist Zone. But before you go, we already, the folks already know where to download this good music. But tell the folks where they can keep up with you on social media. Give out your social media handles.
You can keep up with me on Facebook, on Twitter, as well as Instagram. And those are primarily the platforms that I can, you can reach me, get in touch with me or instant message me, if you want to send me a message or, get in touch with me for any particular reason, or just, want me to come out and, meet with you somewhere or just, see me perform somewhere. I would have where I'm performing at, if it's open and available to the public on one of those platforms. If not all three platforms. So
on all three platforms, is it under Doc Flowers?
Yeah, Doc Flowers.
Okay, perfect. I just want to make that clear because, some people have different social media handles. So you kept it simple.
Exactly.
Doc Flowers. You guys make sure you check him out. And, of course, you're going to hear some of his good music today. Thank you so much, sir, for gracing the Artist Zone. Until next time, peace, be well. Continue making that good music, sir. Well,
thank you. I thank you for having me. I truly appreciate the opportunity.
Well, I got to have you. You're a balloon night. Yay. All right. Peace.
This is Al Seaforth, and you're in the Smiley J Artist Zone.
All right. As always, it's been a lot of fun. But you know, all good things come to an end. Yes, it's that time. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me to the very end. You are my kind of people. Thank you. And a special thanks to today's guest, Mr. Doc Flowers. Not only is his music good, but he is a super nice guy. You guys be sure to check out his new music entitled Long Time Coming. And go ahead and add those smooth grooves to your favorite playlist. And also follow Doc on his social media. Yes, follow him and keep up with all that he's got going on. And you know what? His music is a whole vibe, and I think I will go ahead and have me some Malbec and throw on some Doc Flowers. Why not? Until next time, I'm going to need you guys to be well, stay safe, and remember to listen to good music. Your ears will thank you for it. I'm Smiley J, and I'm out. Bye for now.